guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something a little more serious that's been going on in my life, and I never really talk about it, but I felt like it's kind of important to talk about, and it might help me to talk about it too. And there's a freaking fly in this room and it's gonna drive me nuts. Anyways, so basically something I never really talk about because social media is, for the most part, all happy moments and stuff like that. And so most of the time people don't share the hard stuff. Some people do, and I commend them for that. And today I want to talk about the hard stuff and just what I've been going through and what we've been going through and just the struggles that's been going on. So basically, before my pregnancy, I struggled a lot with anxiety, and it was really, really hard, but it was also easier than it is now because I didn't have a baby. So I didn't have the responsibilities that I have every day like I do now. And so I could kind of just ignore it. I could sleep it off. I could just get by. But it's definitely like 1,000 times harder now that I have a baby. And the weird thing about it all is during my pregnancy, I actually totally didn't have any anxiety. I just felt really good and normal, and like my mind was clear, and just now I feel like my mind is just flooded with thoughts all the time. I have such a cluttered mind, and it's just like so many different things going on, and I just feel like just a constant stress in my body, a constant stress in my mind. I just feel so stressed. It's so hard to talk about mental health, because especially when you have it, because it's really something that to someone who doesn't struggle with these things, it doesn't really make much sense to them, and it's really a hard thing to explain how it makes you feel. So I'm going to try my best to explain how I've been feeling, but it's really hard to put into words how terrible it is. And that's not to say that like everything's terrible. Like every day is different, and some days I wake up feeling like extremely motivated and like I just want to get stuff done, and I'm feeling happy, and like I want to be around people. And then there's some days where I just feel like I just want to lay in bed and I just don't want to deal with my day-to-day responsibilities. And I think that's normal. I think there's a lot of moms that struggle with anxiety and depression, and it's just like a real issue, and especially right now with the pandemic, and I think it's hitting people really hard. For me, I haven't really seen too much of a difference in my anxiety since coronavirus started, because it was already bad before, and I've tried so many things to fix it, and it's like weird to say fix it, because I don't know if this is something that'll ever be fixed. I don't know if it'll just be relieved. I don't know if I'll just learn to live with it. But I'm not sure if it's something that'll ever truly be fixed. And that's a really scary thought, because it is so debilitating to feel this way all the time, every day. And with my baby, where, you know, you're supposed to feel happy and excited. It's just a scary feeling to feel this way, because your brain tricks you into thinking that this is just how you're gonna feel forever, and it makes you feel ways like, what's the point? What's the point of putting myself through just so much pain and so much struggle and so much discomfort? Like, really, my anxiety is just a whole lot of feeling uncomfortable. I just feel uncomfortable in my own skin. I feel uncomfortable in my mind. I feel uncomfortable in my own house sometimes. And it's really, really hard. And I just wanted to talk about it and bring awareness to it, because I know there's a lot of people that feel this way and who don't talk about it. And it's just a really real thing. So I'm going to be transparent with you guys. I've tried so many things to fix this. Right at the beginning of the pandemic, I decided to try out TMS therapy, which is transcranial magnetic therapy. And it sounds scary. It's basically like a machine that you sit in this chair. You have to go every single day for, I think, 36 treatments. You don't go on the weekends, you just go during the week. So I dedicated myself to trying that and to doing that, and really hoped that would relieve me. So I did that at the start of the pandemic and finished out my treatments, and I did feel like a little bit of relief, but it just slowly crept back in, and it just made me feel like there's no hope for feeling normal. And I envy people who have no idea what this feels like. It is so hard just to live a day-to-day life with this kind of feeling in your body all the time. It's an emotional feeling, but it's also physical. And I feel it in my chest. I feel it right here in my stomach. And it just feels like a pit of just fear and sadness and just every terrible thing that you could possibly think. And I want people to know that they're not alone. I want moms to know that they're not alone. And I want myself to know that I'm not alone, because it feels really alone. It really does. And it feels really defeating, because especially when you try all these things. I've met with a psychiatrist. Like, I'm being totally transparent with you guys right now. I mean, most people probably wouldn't even share these details about their life because they're private, and it is like private stuff, but I'm willing to make it more public and share it with you guys, to help you guys, to help myself, to help anything. I mean, I'm just like grasping at straws right now. But I felt compelled to make this video today because I woke up feeling this way today. And yesterday I woke up feeling pretty good and pretty motivated and ready to get stuff done, and I cleaned my house and I got stuff like that done. But there's so many days where I don't get that stuff done, and I feel guilty for feeling this way. And it's just hard because I don't know. It's hard because I feel like it's something I'll never escape. And I feel like it's something that I might just have to live with forever. And there's been moments that I feel like, what is the point of living a stressful life? It takes, the anxiety that I feel takes away joy, and it takes away the feeling of joy. And for me, that is heartbreaking because, you know, those joyful moments in life are so important, and I feel like I'm being robbed of enjoying just moments with Layla that should be enjoyable, that maybe I'm just not feeling it that day or whatever. But it's something that I feel really strongly about, and it's something that I think about every single day. And it's not something that I've talked about on this channel before, because everything on this channel is for the most part happy, family moments. And that's not to say that I have no joy and that's all just phony, because it's not phony. That's true, and those are real moments where I'm actually feeling joy. And that's why I really like YouTube and filming my life, because it feels good to capture these moments, and I do feel joy during these times. But there's a lot of times that I'm not recording that I just feel horrible. I just feel terrible. I feel like every little responsibility that I have is just too much. It feels like it's too much to handle. And taking care of the house and making sure the laundry's done and the dishes are done and Layla's taken care of and she's fed, and not feeding her the same things all the time, and having variety, and just taking care of Mark and our relationship and stuff like that. And I just want to clear up and make sure that I say that Mark and I are doing well, and I'm really thankful to have Mark in my life, because since I struggle with anxiety, it is really nice to have someone who is so calm and accepting, and he's willing to work with me on this freaking fly. He's willing to work with me on trying to get better and trying to feel better, and he understands that I have my hard times, and that's really important, because I know there's a lot of people who have partners who just can't handle it and just don't understand at all. And I can empathize with that, because there was a time in my life that I didn't feel this way, and I remember hearing about people talk about their anxiety, and I just thought it was like not really a real thing, and it was just maybe they were just making that up and just coming up with this stuff in their head. But it's real, and it's hard, and it really takes a toll on your day-to-day life. And I don't know. I don't really know where I was going with this video, but I just wanted to talk about how I've been feeling and just make it clear to people that everything that I'm sharing isn't all happiness. Like, when the camera turns off, it's not like there's no sad moments or there's no hard times or anything like that. I mean, there's so many hard moments, and there's so many things that you guys don't see that is going on. And I just think it's important to talk about. And if it helps anybody to even hear this, or any mom who's feeling the same way and just doesn't know if someone else is feeling this way, I'm feeling this way, and I want you to know that you're not alone. I'm not alone. And hopefully, I have hope that I can and we can get through this. I think it takes a lot of energy and effort to find the right things that work for you, and to try new things and step out of your comfort zone a little bit. And I don't know, I really can't give you a full rundown of what it takes, because I'm still in it. And that's basically just what I wanted to say, is that I don't have all the answers. I don't have really any answers because I am so confused on how to handle this. It was just a whole lot easier when it was just me, and now I have Mark and Layla to worry about as well, along with the house and just all the responsibilities of being a mom and being an adult. And it takes a lot, and I think it especially is hard being a stay-at-home mom because you're stuck at home, and there's so many people who dream of being a stay-at-home mom, and I understand that, and being a stay-at-home mom is amazing, and it's definitely a blessing to be able to stay home with my daughter, but it's also kind of a curse because you're stuck at home unless you're someone who really pushes yourself to get out and do things every day and go for walks and go run errands and go do things with your kid and take them places and all this stuff, which is something that I've found I struggle with so much. And I just find that I am just comfortable just staying home. Not even comfortable, but just feel like I would rather be here alone and just stay inside these walls than go and do things. And it is a curse because I find that when I am out and I am doing things, that my mind feels just a little more clear and a little less anxious and stressed and worried and sad, and just definitely I need to work on getting out more and doing things like that and doing more things with Layla and spending more time outside in nature and just trying to build myself back up, because staying where I'm at right now is just not going to work. It's not going to work. I don't know. But that's really all I have to say. I just wanted to talk about it and bring awareness to it and let everyone know that what I show on my channel is happy moments, but I don't really make videos of like me crying or struggling or having a hard time or dealing with a crying baby. That's not something that really most people want to see. And so it's something that I don't really share, but with this video I wanted to make it known that it is something that I struggle with, and it's something that a lot of people struggle with, and yeah, I don't know where else to go with this, but I felt really compelled to make this video and to just sit down and talk for you guys and for myself, because it's almost like a therapy to just talk about my feelings. But I hope that maybe this gave someone, a mom, anybody, some peace of mind knowing that they're not alone feeling this way, and it's something that a lot of people deal with, and it's something that needs to be talked about more. If I found the cure for this, oh my God, I would just scream it from the rooftops, because this is the worst thing that I've ever had to deal with, is this anxiety. It's the worst thing. And I don't want to say that it's a life ruiner, because my life's not ruined, but it's really life altering. And I just wish, like, I envy Mark for never knowing what this feels like, because it's so freaking hard. So that's all I really have to say for this video. If you got anything from this video, if you made it through this video, if you care, if you want to show some support, some love, then you guys can like this video down below, subscribe to our channel, continue following along on our journey. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.